When we started out on the journey at Liontown at Kathleen Valley, 2 years before we started on site, people looked at the project and said, there isn't any way this can be done. We set our timeline long before most people understood the project, long before we really understood the project. And we've held that timeline. And there is only one reason we've done that, and that's because of the team.
Arriving, it was September of 2022, and it was just dust. The head of the Dragonfly was complete, and the contractor that was building the camp, there was about 27 of them, and they lived in caravans. And then the clinic arrived, and it was an office for about 6-7 people. I had environmental officers sitting across from me. There was safety, there was contracts, there was civils. It was just all of us huddled into one.
It was quite a surreal experience because it was, you go into sites and you expect everything, and there was nothing at all. And I was told that it was my job to build it.
There's a lot of pressure, particularly in the early days, where we were really about trying to set up our systems, set up our people movements, refueling and waste management, and getting caterers set up and coming and mobilised to site to be able to feed everyone, and all the stuff that comes with that. It's not just, yep, build a room, throw a person in it. So that was a very relentless phase of the project to make sure that you're staying in front of everything and unlocking those next phases for everyone else.
The project is so complex, the project is so large, there are so many facets. The only way you deliver a project like this is by having a phenomenal team, and we've been exceptionally fortunate to have one.
A lot of the people who are on the project have worked together before, so you've got these known individuals who have a track record of achieving these aggressive timelines. I mean, you can start right at the top with Adam Smits, who's our COO. He's delivered projects all over the world, again on very aggressive timelines or on very aggressive budgets, so he's got the runs on the board for this style of project execution. And then he's brought in a team that he's worked with previously, coming down to Kirat, who's the project director, and then Kirat's recruited a whole bunch of people who have delivered this kind of project before.
There's an intense amount of work that goes into these times. I work a lot of the time at home as well to try and make sure when I come back from break I know what's going on and things are progressing at the stages they need to. And there's a lot of other people that do the same. So they're invested in the project, they're passionate about the project, and just want to see it succeed.
At times I would doubt myself if it's even possible from my end to achieve something, but their belief in me made me feel like I could conquer the world.
It is all-consuming, and it's all-consuming both from a personal front and from a work front. And I think we should always acknowledge all the families that have supported all of our teams, both on and off site. They've obviously got some phenomenal backing on the home front to be able to do that.
I would not be where I am today if it was not for the people that have been around me. Obviously, we live out here more than we live at home with swings of the projects, and it becomes our family. Like, if everyone out here is out with each other's back, everyone understands that we have particular things where things get hard, so it's a matter of knuckling down and helping each other out, because we all understand how hard some of these things can be out here. But the teamwork has been, it's absolutely all one team, and it's been phenomenal.
The can-do attitude was amazing. It's something I've never seen on a job before, to try and get whatever we needed to get done at the time across the line.
Everyone's pitched in to make it happen, really. I mean, there's an old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, and that's what everyone's done, and they've gone about it doing that way. And I think it's a fair statement that not just all the Liontown work groups, but all the contracting partners that we've had on the site, they've always done what they can to get a project best outcome, which is something that everyone should be pretty proud of.
I love the banter. It's the highlight. Every single pre-start, we've always got people either dropping very interesting facts, funny jokes, stories. It is probably what's been one of the biggest things that's made the difference is the team, honestly.
I guess I am the fun one. And I think that's really important. Like, you know, no one wants to go to work and not have fun. Like, there's serious times, but like, you know, you can still have fun and be serious at the same time.
There are tens of thousands of people that have contributed to Kathleen Valley across just about every continent through design, fabrication, manufacture, logistics, the phenomenal logistics effort to get everything to site, and then through the process of construction, commissioning, and into operations. You don't do that by chance, and you don't do that with a team of people who don't care. You do that because every single person is giving it their all, and every single person is doing that extra bit to gain that extra hour, that extra day, that extra few days that cumulatively bring you to a project that's actually finished 5 or 6 months before anyone thought we could.
I'll look back on this as a career highlight for sure. Like, I think everyone will, because it is a world-leading deposit, you know, and we're going to watch it go for years. And I'll still be sitting there in 10 years going, geez, you built that.
Waking up with the pride in the morning to see some of the things, from not only seeing the camp illuminated to seeing the wind turbines, to the solar farm, to the processing plant, or, you know, even for me, one of my most grateful moments, I guess, was being present when the very first piece of steel was bolted in on the crane on the processing plant. To walk out there now and see everything else that is around that it's crazy to see that it's all happened within 14 months.
We've always said to everyone, just sort of literally just go outside and have a look at what is there, because you've done that. And it does, it actually brings you to this point where you go, geez, it is hard. This has been one hell of a ride, but look at what we've done.
It is jobs like this that you look back in after 20, 25 years and said, this was probably the turning point in my career. For me, I take back the friendships, people that I've met in here. It's been truly a remarkable experience, and it will stay with me for the rest of my life.
The highlight for me was probably the establishment initially of high-speed internet connection on site. We designed obviously for a 400-person camp. 400 became 460, became 560, it's grown to 800, and obviously we've had to grow with that.
In terms of what I'm most proud of is just actually getting the job done against probably a lot of adversity, the timeline, being able to look back on it in hopefully 20 years' time and being able to go, yep, I was there when we, built the first road and the mill first turned and they first put ore through it and the first concentrate came out.
First production is a massive milestone. As you can imagine, it's something we have all worked so hard for. It isn't a thing in that it's just a moment in time, but it is that moment in time that everything has been working towards. And so because of that, all of those challenges, that journey that everyone's been on, all of that effort that's been put in, finally comes to fruition in this one thing called first production. So it's a massive milestone for everyone, and it's a real acknowledgement of the effort that everyone's put in and what we've achieved at Kathleen Valley.